Hey guys, I'm Chris, this is Anna, and we're excited to be here. And we're going to be talking to you today about parenting teens and the crazy. What is weird about that is I think parenting teens is always going to be crazy. But in a season like this in particular, there's a fair bit of navigation to do.
Yeah, interesting times. And we recognise that as parents, we don't only have to navigate ourselves through the season, but also navigate our families as well. You know, teenagers are awesome. We love having teenagers in the house. They are crazy fun. They're curious. They ask lots of questions. They can be emotional sometimes, but they're a lot of fun to have in the house. So we thought we might ask our teenagers, how have we supported them in this time? We're quite intrigued to see what they'd say, and we realised that as parents, we're kind of setting ourselves up for either a winning moment as parents or felt like we've failed as parents. So we asked our kids, what have we done to support you over this season, and what has helped you in the crazy?
And these tips we're about to share is a combination of what they said and our things that we have put in place that they know nothing about, which is always important as a parent.
So the first tool is to keep things as normal as possible. Our kids said to us that it's been really great that we haven't made the season into a big deal, but we've put really great things into place for them and tried as much as we can just to keep life as normal. The daily routine has really helped our kids. And interesting enough, they said that it's been really good that we haven't stockpiled food in our house, which we haven't. And we asked them, well, how would you feel if we had? And they said that they would have felt worried and scared if they'd seen big piles of toilet paper in our lounge. So it's good that we haven't done that.
I know, very true, although it did take some convincing. What I do have to say is that teens tend to respond not so much by what we say, but by what they observe that we do. And so if we were changing everything, routine went out the window, life wasn't normal, we're watching news till the late hours, and we're waking up late, we're not doing our usual routines, then they're going to think this is a panic situation. But if they see normal routines, we're behaving the same, we've still got the same things going on, then they realize, well, this is not a panic situation. So that's been an important point.
And it's actually been an amazing moment in time to really help our kids learn how to handle themselves in a crazy environment. And when people at school have been saying things, how do they respond to that? So it's been a great teaching moment for us as well.
Absolutely.
So the next tool is that we have dinner together as a family. Now we've kept this as regular as we can in this season, and it's been great. We've just allowed the conversations at the table just to be as natural and crazy as they normally would be. And sometimes we've talked about what's been happening in the world around them for the entire dinner time. Other times we've just gone from random topic to random topic. And what's been good is we've got an indication of just where they're at in their thinking, what's going on in their thought life. And so that's been really useful as parents.
Teens need to talk, it's important for them, but you can't always plan a great conversation. So you set it up, you have dinner together each night, and you hope that you get some great conversations. And if you do, you're winning as a parent.
Yeah, the next tool is be careful about what they know. Now, we haven't tried to keep information away from the boys, but we've been careful about what information we share. We answer their questions, and having 3 boys, they want to know the facts and the numbers. And so we help them understand what is happening in their world and what they need to know. And they've actually said to us, it's been really useful knowing how to clean their hands properly. So knowing how to stay safe and healthy over this time, they've appreciated knowing that. But being aware that they're not exposed to too much information.
Yeah, that's the thing. Too much information, and especially when it's full of fear, can be really harmful for them. That's the enticing thing about the news, social media. It does something to our emotions. When the news is bad, everyone loves reading it, or listening to it or watching it. So be really careful how much your teens are scrolling through news feeds or what kind of social media stuff that they're looking at. And some things you just need to put straight. Hey, what did you just say? Look, I can tell you for a fact that is not actually true. So it's really important.
So the next tool is to check in with them. And when we asked the boys, what have we done that's been useful over this season? They said that they really like that we check in with them. So we asked deliberate questions. How are you feeling about what's going on? There's been a press release from the Prime Minister. How are you feeling about that? And so it's been really good to just touch base and be straightforward with those questions. How are you doing in the season? I've tried to up my time with each of the boys one-on-one, so I've looked for creative ways of spending time with them, because then you can kind of get a little bit deeper into how they're really doing. So going around the block for a walk after dinner, I'll take someone with me. And at night time, I've made sure I've got a little bit more energy left at the end of the night to make sure that there's a little bit extra in the tank to be able to sit and chat for a little bit longer if it's needed.
I think the other thing that you're really good at, Anna, is like seeing, what might be different in the boys. And Anna noticed the other night that one of the boys, his routine at night had changed. And he wanted someone to be with him as he was going to sleep, or he wanted some more assurance with hugs. This was a little bit different for him. So just observing your kids, what might be different about their behavior, every child's going to be different. They'll respond differently, and they'll need a response from their parents differently.
Yeah. As a family, we've continued to pray together, and really we've stepped that up in our family at this time. And it's been an interesting time to watch the way that each of our boys have turned to prayer. When they haven't known what to do, they've turned to prayer, whether that's just randomly throughout the day, we'll just have a quick prayer time. It's been a great opportunity to really speak into that area of the boys' lives and see them take on how significant prayer is in a time like this.
You also want to look for opportunities for activity. Now, obviously, we've got 3 boys. They're all about activities. But to be honest, I think that every team needs some sort of activity. This is one thing that the boys actually pointed out to us. They said, because sports is cancelled right now, clubs are off, often these guys are just sitting around with empty space on their hands. And they said they've really appreciated the fact that we've got together, we've done fun things, Some of them are spontaneous, some of them have been planned, but giving them activity is actually really important.
Yeah, and they said an interesting thing to us. They feel like we haven't been too restrictive with them. Like, we've obviously applied wisdom, made wise decisions, and they haven't been fear-based decisions. But they've loved that we've allowed them to go outside. We haven't freaked out and sort of pulled them in and made them stay inside when they've actually needed to go outside. It's been great to be a little bit more forward planning with our family time in this season. So last week I texted the boys and invited them to a waffle breakfast on Saturday, and then a family game, which was a lot of fun, and it gave the boys something to look forward to, something positive to look forward to and to talk about. And we had a lot of fun, and we've already got this Saturday planned out, and so it gives them something to really look forward to. They have made a few comments that they've really loved. The positive side of this season is that we've got more family time together, and so that's been really great to see that something positive is in our family right now.
The last point that we get across is keep them in contact with leaders and friends in a really healthy way. We can all go a little bit crazy when we're restricted in homes, but there can be some opportunities that they can get together with key leaders or key friends. And that is going to really help their emotional health, their mental state, if you create and make those opportunities. Yeah. Those are some important points. I'm sure there's many more, but that's the points from the Whites in parenting teens in the crazy. Praying that things go well in your household too.